is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So we're going to take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. But first of all, we're going to look at one that was posted in the chat room. It's IONQ. It's quantitative computing. I never heard of it, but it looks very, very interesting. Okay, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell, stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have IONQ. Now, this is quantum computing. Now, I honestly say I haven't heard of this one here, but maybe I got to broaden my horizons from the NVIDIA and Microsoft and Apple and, and the same old, like crude oil and natty gas. This is looking very, very interesting here. Now, again, they just had their earnings, and they came out good numbers here, and I can see where the stock rallying all the way from 622 here all the way up to here today, made a new high at 1255. So let's just look on a weekly here where we could possibly go with this bad boy, okay? So we're right here. So what we do is we just bring this price channel right on over here. So what do we have here? 1232, okay? So we're just a little bit higher than that. So then we go bring the next price channel over. So what do we have? Right there, you're looking at 1273, okay? So that's going to be your target. Now, the next target we're going to be looking for is right here, okay? You're looking at 1391. And then we'll come up to the top of this candle here, looking at 1523, and then we'll bring that price channel across here, and you've got 1550, okay? Then what we do is we can bring this channel here right across, and if it keeps right on running, you got 1660. We come up here, we got 1768, and then what you want to do is you want to look to this level here. This is going to be key because that was a breakout. You're looking at 2014, and then your big retest up here is going to be 2160 level, okay? So if it keeps right on running, all you do is just look to the left of the chart, and that's exactly where she will be going. Now, this looks very, very interesting. Now, it is a little bit, overbought here in the near term. I look at a daily chart here, but if you look at a weekly here, it still has plenty of room to run. Your green crossed over your red, and that can go higher. This is still sitting at 68. That could go higher, but we're a little bit overbought conditions here. So for me, I would just wait on this, a little bit of pullback, and this might be back off to the races here again, okay? So what you want to do here on the downside is obviously just watch today's low. You're looking at 1162, and then we'll watch at the top of this candle here. You're looking at 1131, and then we'll come over here. You're looking at 11 flat, and then we're looking down here at 1072. But you can see here how nice this is. See how that is when it gets above that 8-day? Boom, all the way on up. So again, a lot of times, even when that 8-day was lost, where did it go? Right to the 21-day, but it held that right on up, all the way up. Now look what we have here, bottom left, upper right. Look at all your simple moving averages all curling up. This looks very, very bullish. So we've got to see where it all shakes out. Now, this is kind of like oversold conditions here, but it doesn't mean it can't stay there for a while. And the same way with this here, and we could go higher. For me, I would wait for a little pullback, and then I would get into it. But again, if it keeps on running and you own this, just follow the candles all the way up here. And then we have a big retest there of 2160. So you can almost get a double out of this situation. Looking very, very nice. Okay. Let's take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. Okay, here we have crude oil and natural gas here. Now, again, we really had some pretty bullish overall numbers here on the EIA report, okay? Now, natural gas, not so much. Natural gas came in at 76 BCF a build. They were expecting 78, so you beat that a little bit. That wasn't too bad. Here on your on the crude oil here, that actually was really kind of bullish here. You had really, really nice draws here across the board. Okay, let me just see what we got here. Okay, and you had a big production. This time we had a production there of 13.5 million. That is the highest like on record here that I've seen. I mean, it was like 13.2 and then 13.4, and now we're at 13.5. Now, Cushing's the only one that had a build, but it was a small build of 0.108 million. But crude had a nice draw here of 2.19 million. Distillates had a really nice draw of 3.53 million, and gasoline had a draw of 2.2 million. Okay, so actually it was very, very bullish numbers. The price just is not reflecting it because that's this time of the year. Now remember that a lot of this has to do with the hurricane. People were buying it to get the hell out of there, so you always factor that in. That's why you want to trade the charts. It makes life a lot easier. Okay, so let's just take a look at the chart. So far today, what we have is an inside day, which is your high and low is the inside of the previous day. So let's take a look at the downside. realistically, you're looking at today, yesterday's low. That's going to be the key. You're looking at 69.64 level. That's going to be very, very key. If that's lost, we'll come right here to the top of that candle, 69.32, and then we have 68.65, and followed it all the way down, 67.57, 67.06, and then we have 66.95, and then your big retest down here, 66.38. That was your recent low. That's lost 65.27. So really nothing has changed from this morning. So on the upside, we want to look to yesterday's high. That's going to be key, 71.31, and then we have that 21-day sitting at 71.83, and then we have your 50-day, 72.46, and then we have your 8-day. Now look at this 8-day. See how this is rolling over? This is not good. And if see what we have here, you got a series of lower highs again, okay? Even though we had that big-ass red candle, then we made a lower low, a lower high, and another lower high here. So this is really not shaping up very good. So just watch yesterday's low. If that's lost, you're probably going to work your way down to the 66.33, 65.27 very, very easily. See what we have here, the green over your red. That shows that's a bearish cross. That shows momentum there to the downside situation. Now we had good positive numbers, and it didn't really move crude oil at all. So I would say this is lower unless something would happen in the war situation. Always keep your eyes tuned to what's going on in the Middle East, because it's very, very wild out there. If there is some kind of a disruption in an oil facility, you could send crude much higher. If there isn't, this could go much lower. Now, natural gas here, you got a build of 76 BCF. They were expecting a build of 78. So you're still in the building process. What we have here is an indecision candle, but it's also a red candle. So what you want to do is look to today's low. That's 2.34. This is going to be a key level right here. This is that 2.31 level so far we're holding. If that's lost, then you come right down to your 225, your 200-day, and then we come right here for 2.22 level, okay? This isn't anything great. Now, I did scalp a little bit of KOLD today. It got as low as 72.95 and got as high as 75.25. I didn't get much of that. I guess I got a 1.5 out of it, and I'm good with that. I don't see anything here one way or the other here that's going to take me at a guess. If you lose it, we come down to the 200-day, but this is selling off here pretty good. You don't want to go super long on the short side or super long on the upside until you can start breaking above. Now, upside here, this is what we got. You got 2.38 level. That's going to be big time resistance. And then we have this 100 SMA here. Let me see if I can get it in there for you. 2.42. That's going to be key. Then we look to yesterday's high. That's at 2.49. And then this is the big boy right here, that 2.548. That's their 8-day. Very, very critical. But you see how this is as it's coming down? See what I mean? You're fighting it the whole way. Again, I know I repeat myself a zillion times with this, but you got to get this in your head that once this gets above it, then we can run up. You get it below it, and she's going down. This candle right here was the tell. Okay, the next day when you put in that lower low, boom, down goes Frazier. She's going all the way down. This could go much lower. This could go much lower. I really don't see anything here. If you're trading natural gas, just scalp it. Put the money in your pocket. Don't hold anything overnight right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm just taking the KOLD, scalping it daily, and then that's it. So I got a 1.5 out of it. Right now, I have no position. On crude oil, I am short here, and I'm going to see what's going to happen. If we close below yesterday's low, then I'll add to that short here because I think we're going to retest this and possibly this, and we could go much lower. Okay, that's what I got for you there. Now, remember, if you want something charted here, at midday trading, just post it in the old chat room, and I'll see if I can get it up there for you during midday trading, along with, crude oil, natural gas, because that's the business we're in. Okay, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.